Stock Training for beginners. If you are here today, you must either be coming through the SGA Shares group, or you are just streaming, you're just strolling and you come across this. Please don't go, hang on and stay, because you need to hear this information. All right, so today we'll be talking about the shares and stock training, and we'll be talking about the stock market in general. This is a 3 days intensive training meant to give you short-term investment, how to build your first stock, how to buy a first stock rather, and then mistakes to avoid, and action step. So let's start. This class is going to last for 40 minutes, so I will be a little bit fast. All right, so the very first one, I'm going to talk about shares. Now, some persons do confuse shares and stock. Now, shares is an ownership of a company. Share is an ownership of a company. That is to say, if you own 5 units of a particular company, 5 units shares, a particular company, you buy it. If it's been divided, depending on the value, let's say, okay, let me give you an example. A company lists out shares, 100 shares, and you're able to buy 20. That is to say, you own 20 units of that company. If it's in percentage form, you own 20% of the company. So share is an ownership of a company. I want you to start seeing it that way. So when they say you own a share of the company, that means you're an investor and you own also that particular percentage of that company. That is what share is all about. Now, if you don't find a way to make money while you're sleeping, one thing is sure, that you're going to work the end of the day. All right. Don't do some words because YouTube. And that is why this class is here. We are doing this class today. Hope I'm recording this. Okay. We are doing this class today so that you'll be able to understand the meaning of shares and you'll be able to invest. So many persons have built well to this, and the wave is here again, but so many persons don't really know what to do and how to go about it. Making money has gone beyond going to one place to sit from morning to evening, or going to one place to work from morning to evening. You can sit in the comfort of your bed and strategize and make money. Perhaps you have the money at hand. All right, so first thing first is, let's look at investments. One thing you have to know is that investment is not gambling. Some persons come into this shares and stock industry with the mindset of gambling, the mindset of bet Niger. You have 20,000, you have 100,000, you have 200,000, and you want to make it, you want to double it within 2 days, within 3 days. It does not work like that in the shares markets, in Nigerian Stock Exchange, all over the world. It does not work like that. It's an investment. It's not a gambling ground. When you start seeing it like your investment, like your property, then you get to understand. So don't see it like gambling, rather see it as an investment. That is to say, you want to grow with the company, you want to see the company progress, not because you want to put 200,000 naira today and get 300,000 tomorrow, and nothing concerns you if the company goes down or not. Of course, the company will never allow that happen. They will regulate those things. And the second thing you have to know is that wealth grows gradually, and building your mind so that when you start investing in the stock exchange market and you log into your broker one day and you see that most of your investments are on the red, they are all draining down, you will not panic. You understand that it is normal. Wealth does not just grow overnight, it takes time, it grows gradually, and that is how you build a sustainable and formidable wealth. It takes time, it has a base, very strong base, and it grows gradually. And when the storm comes, it cannot bring it down because it has a very solid foundation and the structure is well reinforced. But when you see what people are looking for today, they just want wealth within overnight, and it does not last. You can testify. I don't want to mention anything, but you people know what I mean. You can't see that money again. You can't see anything for it. So wealth takes time to build, and this is the building stage. And one thing you have to know is that in the stock exchange market, price will rise and price will fall. You can't expect it to always be on the green. When you buy a stock, you can't expect your stock to always be on the green. There are some days you log in and you start seeing red, red, red. Make you should understand that it is normal. Price will rise and price will fall. It's a circle. Do you understand? It's a circle, and that is normal thing that do happen. Some days you go, you see some amount that you don't expect, and you'll be happy. Some days you go, you have lost money, but you have not lost the money actually, because it's going to recycle back if you can have patience and wait. And then we're still going to talk about, your strategy, your mindset, and the kind of investment you want to, start practicing. Then you have to think like an owner of the company. I know people do trade crypto, people do trade forex, but in the stock exchange market, if you want to last longer, waiting, they're in charge. No company of stock exchange, just stock exchange. As far as Nigeria, we'll go outside, we go abroad, you have their exchanges as well. You know that. But for Nigeria, the Nigeria Stock Exchange, if you're staying in the US, they have their exchanges. If you're staying in the UK, they have their exchanges, that regulates the stock exchange markets in that particular country. In this case, I'm talking about Nigeria, and Nigeria Stock Exchange is the one responsible to regulate the stock exchange market in Nigeria. And you have to know it's a marketplace, and where buying and selling of shares happens, and company raise money through selling of shares, and investors grow worldwide. Another thing you have to know again, that's price moved by demand and supply in the Nigerian Stock Exchange market. A company will come and list in the Nigerian Stock Exchange market. Investor will come and indicate their interest and start buying that particular share. The price defined by demand and supply. If the demand for the share is high, automatically price will rise. Price will start increasing. But there's a particular IPO going on now. For those of you that are in my group already, you know about the IPO. The IPO was listed for 3 points. Market value is about 5 points, 6 points, something because more for that particular IPO. People are coming, they want to buy more. So automatically it's driving price higher, higher, higher. But in a case where the supply is more than the demand, people don't want to buy much of that shares and they have a whole lot of supply. What will happen? Price will start going down, price will start draining down, down, down. So have this in mind, that the demand and supply determines the price of any company's share. Then let's go with the key players in the stock exchange market. All right, key players in the stock exchange market. The very first key player here is the companies. In the market, the companies are the one that brings out, shares, call for investors to come and, indicate interest in their shares. We have a whole lot of company, MTN, Dangote Refinery, Dangote, what is it called? Sugar Refinery, so many companies in Nigeria and abroad as well. Depending on who you're listening to, there are companies in every country. So one of the player, the company, another player, the investors, you, and me. We are the investors. We go in to buy stock. We are putting our money into the company for the company to use our money. We're hoping for future increase in value. All right. So that is to say the share price being appreciated over time. Now we have the stockbrokers. The stockbrokers are your Chaka, your Bamboo, your Cowrywise, any of the app, any of the broker you are using to buy your shares. They are the stockbroker. So you begin to see people that are listed in this particular stock exchange market. Then we have the CSCS. I won't call them a player, but it's like a tool, like an account number anyway, where all your shares that you are buying are being stored electronically. Just see it like your bank or your online bank or your BVN, let me call it BVN, where every money you have can be traced to. So your CSCS is that online, let me call it wallet, where all the shares that you bought can be traced to. It's like let me say a server. Yeah, let me call it a server, where everything can be traced to. Then there's something else. We have the CHN, which is the Security Clearinghouse number. Yeah, clearinghouse number. That is like an account number that you can use to trace your CSCS. We'll talk about that one. Then the second other player is the SEC. Most of you might have been hearing about the SEC in Nigeria. The SEC. The SEC, they are the regulators. Yeah, they regulate companies to make sure that they follow best standard, to make sure they don't cheat you, to make sure they don't do any foul play, to make sure that the best practice is being met in the stock exchange market. So see them like the police, like the middlemen, just like in a football. See them like the referee. They are the one making sure that everything is in order. That is for the SEC. That is Security and Exchange Commission. I think that's the full meaning. Abi? All right, that should be the meaning. Please type in the comment. What is SEC? Type in the comment section. I know some of you will look at ChatGPT now. All right, let's look at selecting a broker. Does not take much. You just have to, make sure that it's SEC license, easy to use platform, good customer support, mobile and online access. So if you're selecting a broker, make sure that broker is licensed with SEC and the interface is easy. It's not one that you don't know what to do, or you're going to do ones that you don't know and you will not be able to see the shares again. Then you should have an online presence, of course. Every has that. Then what is CSCS? Okay, I wanted to jump this, but let me explain it. Central Security Clearing System. I've explained earlier that it's like, your accounts, your online presence, where your shares are being stored online. Much like I said, where your shares are kept electronically. Shares are safe even if broker closes. Yes, let me emphasize on that. Even though broker closes, even though your broker you're using liquidates and they are no longer in business, the app has shut down, you can still locate the share that you bought through that broker with your CSCS. Exactly, you understand? As long as you have CSCS, you buy shares, your shares are somewhere. You're able to locate it no matter what happened to your broker that you use. So if you bought shares before and the broker just went down and you don't know anything about them, as long as you have a CSCS, go and trace it, you'll be able to see your share value, and at the same time to withdraw it or to sell it and how you want to do it. All right, we have 3 different ways to make money from this stock exchange market. For those of you that are here for the first time, the very first way is capital appreciation. You might have heard about capital appreciation. Capital appreciation is your share value when you buy a stock at, let's say, 16 naira per unit, and over time it has increased to 90 naira per unit. What is the appreciation there? That is about 30 naira. It has appreciated with 30 naira. And that's about how many percent? That's about 50% or so. 50% increase. Yeah, 50% increase. Okay. So capital appreciation is one of the way that you make money from shares. So you don't just buy the shares and it's there. No, it appreciates. The value keep appreciating. If you buy for 16 naira, in the next 5 months, maybe it's not selling for 18 naira. In the next 2 years, maybe it's not selling for 200 naira. In the next 10 years, maybe it's not selling for 1,000 naira. Capital appreciation. It keeps appreciating. The second way is through dividend. Dividend is a small unit that the company decides to give you, depending on the agreement, sometimes maybe per annum or quarterly or semi-annually, depending. Some company do every quarter of the year, they will give dividends to all shareholders. That dividend does not come. That dividend is just like a free money. Your main capital is there and it's appreciating. So the dividend is like a little portion. Say take this one for investing with us, for having your investments in our company. Take this particular amount, and then you can be. There are some people are living through dividend. They just takes a very good amount of money and buy a stock, and they're earning dividend from that particular investment they made, and their money they keep appreciating. It's a good way if you have some money that you don't want to use or you're not going to use for a long time. I will, instead of to go and keep it in back and doing mutual fund stuff, look for a very good. I'm not condemning mutual fund, please. I'm just telling you. Look for a very good company that pays dividend maybe 2 times a year and buy their shares. And be earning dividend. Anytime you need your money, you liquidate and use. By that time, your money might have even increased more than what it was when you bought those shares. Then another way is that some stock offer capital appreciation, and yes, many stock offer capital appreciation and dividend. As a matter of fact, if you want to buy stock, depending on your objective, you should be looking at the ones that combine capital appreciation and dividend. They all have capital appreciation, but some do grow faster than the other. I'm going to stop there. We're going to be throwing more light to it as time goes on. For now, that is just, it have to be fast, so we have to meet up with time. All right. I've explained capital appreciation, so we're just going to go straight to long and short term investing. All right. So let's look at long term versus short term investing. For long term, in this particular case, you are buying the shares, you're holding it for a very long term. In most cases, the target is capital appreciation and sometimes dividend. But the long term help you to avoid all the noise that we have in the short run. Because in the short run, there's a whole lot of noise, there's a whole lot of ups and downs, should I call it so? A whole lot of dips, bull run, and pits. What do we call it again? A whole lot of things. You see the whole circle going, the whole trend up and down. And some persons will just burn out because they won't be able to, hold themselves. They'll panic when they see the red candle, when they see the stock going down. They'll panic and they'll sell and they'll make losses. But if you have long term in mind, you hardly make losses because you're not bothered when it's going down. Because you're not taking the money anytime soon. And before you know it, it goes up. Every stock, as far you do your fundamental analysis very well, you have the potential to grow in the long run. So for long, but good for years, and it does not stress you for that much, and it is best for beginners. So if you're not familiar with the stock exchange market, if you have not been doing shares and all that, you want to enter, I advise you to start as a long-term investor. If you have 20, 30, 100, 2 million, you invest, you leave it 2 years, 1 year, 3 years, 10 years, depending on your plan, and automatically you make money out from it, right? So that is for long-term trading, and it's the best. It's the best. And for short-term is of frequent buying and selling. That is to say, you're trading. Uh you want to make money from the difference between the buying price and selling price. In most cases, we all know that in the share market in stock exchange market is not as volatile as the crypto market, even though it's still volatile, but not as the crypto market. So the percentage of profit you might be making cannot be as high as that of crypto. In crypto overnight you can see 20,000% increase, at the same time decrease. But in shares, depending on the company, it does not come that way. It goes to a very little margin. So if you are doing short-term trading in stock and shares, then you should be ready to put in good amount of money. Because let me give you a scenario. Mr. A, Mr. B, they are short-term traders. Mr. A decides to use 200,000 naira to buy a company share that is sold at 1,000 naira per unit. He's able to buy 200 units, and it appreciated to 201 naira. Right, 201 naira. Okay, 200 it appreciated to 1,100 naira. Let's use that one for example. the former price was 10,000, so you multiply 100 by 200, and that is the value you are going to get. But now think of Mr. B that has 3 million naira. Who do you think will make more money? Of course, Mr. B. The more money you put, the more money you make. At the same time, the more money you put, the more money you lose. Depending on how the market goes. The market goes well, good for you. The market goes bad, you bear it. So if you are trading in short run, you should have in mind that you are going to be using a whole lot of big money so that you'll be able to make profits. If not, making peanuts. And also, it requires skills and experience. If you are a first timer, I would not advise you to do short term trading. Focus on long term trading and focus on capital appreciation. Focus on growth, right? And when you become familiar with it, because in short term trading, there's a whole lot of technical analysis. In long term trading, you just have to do just fundamental analysis and you're good. But in short term trading, you are doing fundamental, you are doing technical analysis, and you know sometimes technical analysis is not 100%. It can go wrong sometimes. So that is so. But moving on gradually now, how to buy your first stock. Now, for those of you that have a broker you're using, kudos. You can go to your broker and buy any stock you want to buy. For people that don't have broker, please, I'm going to paste a link to this particular recording. I'm recording it, so you still see it in my channel. Please subscribe if you have not subscribed. If you are watching me, please subscribe. Subscribe, please, so that you keep seeing more posts about this. I normally do posts about shares, about business growth, about financial inclusion, financial intelligence, and so on and so forth. Everything about investment. Follow me every week. You'll be getting updates. Thank you. So I'll be pinning the links to some brokers, some good brokers, to this particular recording at the end of the day after this recording. So you can come back and subscribe to those brokers and start using them. So you have to open a broker account. We have a whole lot of them. We have Bamboo, we have Chaka, we have Carrywise, we have so many. Some bank app are already doing it, but just saying. So you register with them, you do your KYC, and then there will be so many. They'll ask for some document and all that. You put it, and then you fund the account. Before that, they are going to give you CSCS and CHN number, right? Fund your account, then you place your order, and that is it. If you don't really know how to do this, please send me a comment. You can send the comments now. I am interested. Immediately after this meeting, after this class, I'm going to add you to my group. I'm going to send you a form to my group. You'll be added. I will guide you from there. From my WhatsApp community, I'll be able to have one-on-one feel with you. If you want to start, if you're watching me for the first time, you're not in SG, you're not in my community, please just put in the comment section, I am interested. At the end of the day, I will send you, or just put it with your WhatsApp phone number. I am interested. Put your WhatsApp phone number. I will chat you on WhatsApp. I will add it to my community, and we'll take it up from there. I will personally be guiding you till you buy your first stock and understand the whole thing. In my community, what we do, we train, teach, we invest, we grow together. All right. If I'm part of it, if you're interested to join my community, I'm interested. Put your WhatsApp phone number. You have to avoid following rumor. Yes, I'm going to talk about fundamental analysis in the third day. That will be on Saturday. So if you are here for the first time, please make sure you come back tomorrow by the same time, 9 o'clock in the evening, and come back on Saturday. On Saturday, I'm going to talk about fundamental analysis. And in my community, I'm going to do demonstration and teach my community members. For those that don't know it, because some of them already know it. For those that don't know it, for the new members, I'm going to teach them how to do fundamental analysis. Before you buy any particular company's stock or shares, you have to do your fundamental analysis to make sure that you're not buying what will not grow. You're not buying what is going to crash in the next 2 years or in the next 1 year. You're not buying nonsense. Exactly. So you have to avoid rumor, because people are saying this is what is raining, this stock is moving. You should not make it to rush. Sit down, do your fundamentals on that particular company to make sure that that company is profitable, it's a good company, it's a solid company. Do you understand? Before you invest. If not, you might invest the money, and in 2 years you have not seen any appreciation in your capital, and it's going to tie your capital down, and it's not good for business, right? It's not good for an investor. Okay. Then number 2, don't invest money that you know you want to use it the next 1 month, the next 2 months. It's not an investment. You are just gambling. You are trading. And if it does not go well within that short period of time, you end up making loss or maybe break even. So the money you want to use for your essential things, use them for your essential problem. You don't have food, use the money and buy food. Eat first. Don't use your food money to come and invest, and then in the next 2 weeks you're withdrawing it to go and buy food. Wait, that nearly die. Oh, sorry for using that. All right. So please don't use any money that you know is there for your essentials to invest in the stock exchange market. If you have 10,000 naira, instead of you investing the whole 10,000 naira and go hungry, or don't do that essential thing, maybe divide it. Maybe you can take away 3,000 naira and invest. You know that 3,000 naira you won't need for a long time. It's going to be there. Let me tell you something. In stock, in this market, in this particular shares and stock market, what you need is consistency, not precision. If you are consistent with 3,000 naira every month, in the next 1 year, you see that you've made a whole lot of money. Multiply it, you see how much you've made. But if you want to do precision, you just come 40,000 naira, way 100,000, and the next 2 weeks you are also withdrawing it. I know what I'm saying. When I came in newly into this particular space, that was what happened to me. I'll have money, I can just take 50%, 60% of the whole money, which I put it. And immediately after like 2 weeks, I need that money. I will sell. And sometimes the stock, I've not been able to balance the noise is still there. So I'm making loss already, but I need the money. So I'll sell, I'll liquidate, and use the money to solve problem. And it's not helping. So until I now understood that this thing is not by precision, but rather by consistency. Put the one you know that you can afford. They say sow your quote according to your size, or cut your material according to your size. How do they even say it? You can put in the comment section if you know how the right one. Then avoid panic selling. I've explained that. Avoid panic selling. If you see the price going down, you see that everything is red, all the candles they are red, they're going down. Don't panic, calm down, it's still going to go up. Panic selling will make you to make, because you will sell today and tomorrow that same stock you sold will start rising up. And what will you do? You go and buy it when it has risen to a very high level, and then start going down again. You sell, keep making losses, and before you know, you'll be burned out. You'll be frustrated out of the stock and shares markets or the stock exchange market, and you say it's not working. Please, it works, but you need to give it time. All right. Now, trying to get rich fast is another thing, another problem, and that mistakes that beginners do, because they hear that, oh, so person invested so amount and he made a whole lot of money from it. They want to invest, and they want to expect that in the next 2 months, the next 3 months, they want to be able to cash out money that's enough for them to go and build house. Though sometimes it do happen, but not always. You have to understand that it's not a get rich fast scheme. This is not a Ponzi scheme, please. Gentlemen, take notes. And I quote, this is not a Ponzi scheme. If you're investing, you're an investor. See yourself as a businessman. And businessmen, they take time to build business and anything they are doing. And at the end of the day, they'll start reaping from the fruits of their labor. So see yourself as a businessman. See yourself as the owner, as owner of the company, as part of the owner of the company. When you start seeing yourself like that, you'll be able to understand. And then you have a sound mind about this. So it's not a get rich quick. And God's grace, we are all going to get it clear one way or the other from this particular space. As far as we have the mindset of investing, we are going to surely, get it one day. All right. After this class, you can open your brokerage account. Open the brokerage account, please. If you can do it this night, this evening, do it. Open a broker account. You can use Chaka. You can use Bamboo. Send, if you don't know how to go about it, put in the comment section, I am interested. Put your WhatsApp number. I will add it to my community, and I will guide you from there. But note, general community. Anyway, I'll share details with you. So that is it. Now you can start with any amount you have. 20, even 5,000, even 2,000 instead of 1,000. So you can start any amounts you have. The community to be getting, I do post about stock that you want to buy, stock that are profitable, stock that we have already done fundamental analysis on, that we are sure that this stock is good. I do post it. So I think joining my community will do you a whole lot of good. You can join. You're a beginner, you're already in the business. Join up, let's link up. Let's network. Let's help ourselves from there. All right. I want to say the stock markets reward patience and discipline. And when you start small, you grow. When you start now, you grow. Don't procrastinate. Don't say, I will start when I have 300,000. I'll start when I have 500,000. No, start with what you have today. Even though it's 1,000 naira, start with it today. That's how it starts. When you start having more reasons to continue. But when you are procrastinating, you will not be able to start. All right. So we have come to the end of today's class. I don't want it to be too long. It's just an overview. Tomorrow we'll go more details. We're going to talk into more details tomorrow evening. And God's willing, on Saturday, we're going to talk about fundamental analysis on stock, how to do fundamental analysis. For those of you that are coming in new, there are a whole lot of IPOs going on. Even presently, there's an IPO going on. IPO meaning initial public offering. Check some of the video I did last week. Talk about IPO. And I did another one talking about IT issue. I've not posted it. I'm going to post it before this weekend. So if you don't know what IPO is, you can also come to me. Put in the comment section, I'm interested, put your WhatsApp number. We'll talk. If you come to my community, you understand everything. All right. So a whole lot of companies are doing IPO, and I will advise you to come into this to seize this opportunity. One of the biggest IPO that's happening now, that's going to